Hello again, Timberwolves fans. Are you ready for the explosion of Timberwolves basketball? It is Saturday, January 19th, 2013. This is episode number 92 of Timberwolves Explosion. I am your host, Joey Awajan, Paladino Joey. And with me, once again, Marcus, the forecaster. Yes, sir, we are ready to jump on board Timberwolves Explosion yet again. Timberwolves Explosion is on thesportstuff.com and on iTunes. I thank each and every one of you always for downloading and listening to this show. We are ready to rock and roll. The call-in line for this show is 209-736-7877, 209-736-7877. It is a voicemail. Remember to treat it as such. Mention what show you're calling into, which is Timberwolves Explosion. Leave your name and town to like Joey from Golden Valley or Marcus from Plymouth. There you go. We are ready to rock and roll on Timberwolves Explosion with you. So we do have a call-in today. It is from Sebastian Balls. We're going to get to that right away.
Hey there, Sebastian. Can you believe the Wolves, man? We are just blowing. We faced the Mavericks, and we could not make a single shot. It's like without Kevin Love, I think we are probably the worst team in the NBA. By far. It's like, I only remember us winning one game, personally. I think I followed only one game where we actually won without Kevin Love. And that's about it. Man. Pretty embarrassing to be a T-Wolves fan, but we got a strong listenership here and strong fan base, hopefully. Well, it doesn't happen to be like the Vikings one where it's like, oh, we're good, oh, sweet, and then we suck, and it's like, oh, get them out of here, send them to LA, or whatever. So, let's hope that doesn't go down the drain. Let's hope, somebody steps up, and I'll be listening. Thanks for letting me call in. Bye.
And we thank you for that call-in, Sebastian Balls. Good stuff. Welcome to the show. Very cool to have you on board. And keep calling. And those of you out there that are listeners to the show, don't be afraid to call in. 209-736-7877. Brought it up a couple topics there, starting out with, basically, things are not going so well. That Dallas game was pretty rough.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. And we're going to get to that pretty shortly. But overall, that was a definite eye-opener for Wolves fans that maybe still thought this team was strong with or without Love. It was bad. So we'll officially review that game shortly. The other topic, basically, you mentioned you can't really remember you can only remember like one game without Love that we won. Yeah, there was that Brooklyn game, but of course that was the one you called into a while back. And trying to think of, there were a couple of okay wins along the way.
Yeah, like
Indiana, Orlando, but they weren't like spectacular, but they were okay, right?
Yeah,
a couple of good ones. Trying to think of some. Can you think of any? I'm blanking now.
Yeah, beginning of the season, we were winning without Love.
Yeah, it was kind of a good start, a bit without Love. Now it's kind of getting crappy, though. Tonight we did
better
beat
defense.
Huh?
Ball moved a whole lot better.
Yeah, it was good. We had very good defense early on there. Like when Kirilenko was kind of like the star, so to speak, of the team, and Cunningham was a up-and-comer and all that good stuff. It was fun to watch. Though now we got... tonight was really fun, actually, for the Wolves. Not fun for the Houston Rockets, who were pretty much at full strength, yet we just snuffed them out, and they shot extremely poorly. So that'll be the last game we'll get into. Yeah, you mentioned a bit about kind of comparing it to the Vikings show, a little bit. Purple Mafia, that's the other show I do. Thesportstuff.com and on iTunes, of course. It's been a interesting run there with the Purple Mafia, very up and down. We talk about the playoffs lately, so that'll be fun to talk about on there. That show is doing a little better now, but yeah, luckily this show's listenership seems to be a bit more consistent for the most part, except for the Christmas season. Bah humbug.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yeah, Christmas season. My goodness, like where the heck did everybody go? Jeez, you could call it Ghost Explosion, Timberwolves ghosts. Okay, sorry. So yeah, I guess that's about the topics you got to. Anything else you have to say?
Yeah, about you said you mentioned something about stepping it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that too. But we're asking guys at the end of the bench to step it up. You know,
yeah, that's the crappy
that's
part.
what we're working with here.
10-day contracts.
Yeah, this isn't like the 7th or 8th guy.
Yeah.
We're not asking, or just the average role player on any other team to step it up. We're at the end of the bench.
Yeah, it's getting to a point like Lou Amundsen getting lots of playing.
Yeah, there's only so much that this team can do right now.
The injuries have been insane.
Yeah, and if they can step up any more, they could be starters.
Yeah, basically. Isn't that scary?
Yeah, these guys should. A lot of our players shouldn't get as many minutes as they're getting if it wasn't for these injuries.
The other, yep.
So what they're doing now, I'm pretty sure that they've already stepped it up.
Mm-hmm. That's about it. I mean, we're kind of stuck at where we are, I guess. Rubio's a guy that's kind of there's still step up ability, we'll call it. You know? He's still not where we'd like him yet, and where he'd like to be, I'm sure. And that's still a situation that's kind of an ongoing thing.
Yeah, and it shows on the court that he's not where he thinks he needs to be right now.
Mm-hmm. That's for sure. So yeah, we're going to get to him very shortly a bit. We're going to continue to talk about Rubio in general. Rick Adelman, that's a huge story right now. He has not coached for a while now, but it's about 6 games or so. His wife is sick with an unknown illness. Terry Porter is the acting head coach. I initially call it the interim, but no, it's acting head coach. Porter looks okay as a coach. He's been a head coach before with Milwaukee, which I thought he had a short leash there. But Phoenix, that was not very impressive what he did there. That was kind of a.
Yeah, I think the only thing that we're getting out of Porter is more minutes for D. Will.
That's the good part, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, more. Yeah, because
finally.
Yeah, exactly. Because Rick Adelman had an 18-minute stealing for Derek Williams, and we knew it was exactly 18 minutes. That's all he got, 9 minutes a half. Good stuff. 9 minutes or less, by the way, I might add. There is no 18:01, but now we're getting more than 18. Yet at the same time, the broken hand man. Broken hand man. Yes, he's got 3 broken hands in his short career already. Yes. Okay. Talk to the hand. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm getting really nerdy here. That's the good part, though. Yeah, more freedom for Derek Williams, though. I wouldn't say he's necessarily embraced it just yet, unfortunately. That's the crappy part. Seems like when he's fighting for minutes, he plays better. Now it's like he's a little more comfortable and not doing as well. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he's showing potential.
Yeah, at least we're seeing some. Little that big shot, not really big shot, Bob, but Robert Ory, we'll just say.
Yeah, he's basically coming out of his rookie season still.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, because he didn't get that many games because of the lockout.
Yeah, it was a very short lockout. Yeah, hockey started tonight. Speaking of lockouts, that's a short season, so we're gonna have a couple of rookies on the Wild are going to be saying the same thing next year. I gotta think, shortened season. Yeah.
Another thing the caller was talking about,
Mr. Sebastian. Yes.
The only thing that's going to LA is probably Love.
Instead of the Vikings, that's a good point. You brought, because he did mention that at the end. Yeah, that's very possible, isn't it? Sounds like, what was it? Tom Reed of Believe the Hype was talking about he's probably going to wind up in LA at some point. It's like, oh man, don't be saying that now. Believe the I'm sure it's possible.
And not to the Lakers. They don't have anything that we want.
So you're talking Clippers? Yes.
Not even Kobe.
Not even Kobe, because he's turned into Rashad McCants on steroids. He likes to gun, doesn't he?
It'll be the Clippers if if anything.
Yeah, he hit that big shot there, didn't he? Yes. So we're going to get Blake Griffin. Oh, yeah, right. That's the one thing. They probably wouldn't want to pair those two together. That'd be kind of a nightmare for defense. We've already been complaining enough about Peck and Love, right? Well, but at least he wouldn't hit the side of the backboard like I don't think Love would hit the side of the backboard like old Shackton a fool, Mr. Blake Griffin. Yeah, you can dunk over the hood of a car, not over a car, the hood of a car, Blake, but you can't shoot threes.
That wasn't even the hood; it was the bumper.
It was the bumper, yes. Yeah, basically, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was some bull crap.
I mean, that was an obvious setup, but...
Yeah, it was. Just for Kia, here we go, Kia Motors, man. Go buy your Kia car.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll key the car, all right. I'll key a car, all right. That's about what I'm going to do to a Kia about now. Okay, sorry. I just lost that sponsorship for about a year there.
Great car, though.
Kia, yeah, it's great. Yep. I was just kidding. Oh, man. So, talking about big men and all that good stuff, Darren Wolfson of the, he mentioned on 1500 that according to an impeccable source, the Wolves are making progress on a trade for a big man, a power forward or a center. And then next thing you know, on Real GM, it's like, I don't anticipate we're going to be making any significant moves before the February deadline. That's what David Kahn said. So I'm not sure where to go with that now. What would have been? Big baby? Yeah.
It's pretty disappointing seeing as how we've been losing so badly.
Yeah, until tonight. But yeah, tonight's little MVP guy. Yes, we're going to get to that soon. The MVP, Chris Johnson. This 2,000-yard season for... Wait, no, that's the wrong player. Wrong sport, too. But, yeah, you get the idea. Tennessee Titan running back. But, yeah, of course, not the same guy that played tonight.
He played great.
Yeah, it's like I wanted to think and guess about who could it be. And then David Kahn's like, I don't anticipate anything. So, yeah. Kahn? Okay,
as a fan, you want to see something done.
You do.
A coach fired, some type of move that letting us know that, hey, we're serious about winning.
Yeah.
If we're
not Adelman
crushed
fired,
by other teams, you got to make some type of trade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's like we're devastated with injuries. We're not. It's. I mean, the history. This is like, what was it? The last game. I mean, they were dropping like flies. I'm not trying to laugh either. It's like more of like a painful laugh, like a nervous laugh. Illness, injuries, plague. I mean, what's next?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it when Shved and Pekovic walked out.
It's unbelievable.
2 injuries.
What's going on here? Yeah, what is going on here?
Yeah, something needs to be done because right now they're definitely giving back that 10%.
Yeah,
the way it's looking.
It's looking really bad. Yeah, about missing the playoffs. Yep. I saw that deal. If the Wolves miss the playoffs, the season ticket holders get a 10% refund. Yeah, it's like it's heading that way. So it's like, yeah, we can kind of jump ahead to the whole injury thing before the Rubio conversation. So, I mean, they better not let any rats in Target Center. You know what I mean? Because it's going to be the plague. You know, people are going to be. Yeah, I'm just saying. You know, the whole Europe rat plague. Potatoes or whatever the heck that was all about. I've never seen anything like this except, I mean, like the Twins pitching staff last year, Minnesota Twins, of course, similar that way, I guess. The Wild last year were the same. I mean, what's going on with the injuries over here in Minnesota? My goodness. The Wolves are even worse than the Wild and the Twins.
It's Brandon Roy. Get
that curse
over here, yeah.
Yeah, get him out of here.
He should be gone. Unless we're making some type of trade for a big guy. But the way it's looking right now, we can just go ahead and get a D-leaguer.
Yeah, we've gotten a couple.
Yeah.
Couple kind of deal. Yeah, they're not bad. They're actually better than we expected, I'm sure. Dare we briefly talk about... Yeah, we could talk about him right now if you like. Would you? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Michael, I keep calling him Michael Gibaldi. I don't know why, because I'm just goofy. I don't know if it's from a TV show that I've never actually watched ever in my lifetime called Babylon 5. And then I probably mispronounced his name, too, so that tells you something. And then you got the Chris Johnson guy, who's the MVP, apparently.
A more athletic Cunningham.
Did you say that out loud?
Yeah.
More athletic Cunningham, yeah. Well, I guess so. He was pretty good. Tonight.
Yeah, little less hustle, more athleticism.
Yeah. I didn't see that coming. Nice passes from Rubio, and he just puts those suckers in there.
Oh, yeah.
It's good times, and then...
That's how Rubio wants it done.
Mm-hmm.
Dunk it.
Dunk it! Yep, we're going to be using that slogan for a while. Dunk it! Yeah. Oh, because he told Pekovic that. Yeah, Pekovic, by the way, out 7 to 10 weeks with a thigh contusions.
Yeah. Get well soon, please.
Please get well, because that's the real MVP of the Wolves right now. Right now, without Kevin Love, of course, being healthy. If Love was healthy, we know, but he's not.
We can't have too many games with Steamsma starting.
That's the worst player on the team, I think. No, actually, Lou is, but Steamsma is second. He can't play.
Yeah,
Can I
Johnson
say that?
has to push. Yeah, he can't play.
No, he can't. What were you going to say?
Well, Johnson has to push Lou out of the Wolves.
Yeah, that's been going on in the conversations. The fan base has been saying it already, and you know what?
He's the MVP.
Lou Amundsen will never score 15 points, ever. Chris Johnson did in his first little game here with the Wolves. At minimum, he's a spark plug. He even blocked a shot in the game. Hey, all in 18 minutes. Look at us jumping ahead. But then again, it's all about the additions.
Yeah, you would think that Cunningham could have done everything that Johnson did tonight, especially with the dunking, but it's never happened.
That didn't really happen much, did it? But it seems like he likes to lay the ball in instead, and then drives me nuts. Drives me nuts when guys like Derek Williams tonight also had a wide open dunk, and he decided to go underneath with it when he was in the air, and he missed. It was a thing of beauty, wasn't it? I love Derek. Well, I don't love him, but I like Derek Williams. But I didn't like that play. I did not like that play.
Well, another thing was interesting with Peck not in the game. The inside wasn't as clogged. I think that's might be the reason why Johnson had so many easy dunks.
That could be. Yeah, because nobody's just kind of standing down there, plastering into the lane like Pekovic kind of has to.
Yeah.
Johnson is kind of, boy, does he run the floor well, by the way.
Yeah.
He's like a wide receiver out there. Jeez. Yeah, he is like a wide receiver to Rubio's quarterback. He's pretty fast. There you go. I'm pleased. Hopefully we can get a semi-consistent thing out of it.
Yeah.
Michael Gabel, is that how we say it correctly? I think it's something like that, right? It's not the easiest pronounced name I've ever seen. The former Seattle Supersonic, and ladies and gentlemen, it's not just because he played on the Seattle Supersonics at one point. It's the last NBA team he played for. So that tells you how long he's been out of the NBA. And in international and D-League rosters. A fairly good shooting wing that we got. He can shoot okay, but didn't make a 3 tonight. 0 for 2, 2 for 3, 6 for 3. 3 of 6 overall from the floor. That'll be in the outtakes. No, I'm kidding. We don't need to worry about that too much. But he looks okay. Kind of like a Josh Howard, kind of. Maybe not as defensive as Josh Howard, but we'll see. He's got a nice afro.
Yeah, that the Rockets announcers just couldn't stop talking about.
Yeah, pretty much. Then they really like Chris Johnson, too. The MVP. The crowd was chanting MVP for Chris Johnson. That tells you our roster is depleted when you're hearing a guy signed to a 10-day contract who, probably 99% of the audience had ever heard of in their life. They're chanting MVP when he's at the free throw line.
Yeah.
His first game, he was signed hours ago, ladies and gentlemen. Hours, not days ago, hours. And they're chanting MVP. That does tell you we're in trouble. Oh, man.
That tells you a lot about what we think about the rest of the players on the team.
That too.
I haven't heard that from,
Last year you did, but...
Yeah, this season he's not getting that at all.
No MVP chance this year. Because just, the shooting percentage was poor because the hand was not healed. Excuse me, did I say that out loud? Yeah, his hand was not healed. What a bunch of, talk about conspiracies. We can, there's conspiracy theories out there for lots of other things, but there's a conspiracy theory with that one too. Yeah, it was not healed. No, it was the newspapers were printed all over the place that it was already broken. Oh, no, I'm kidding.
Now, you would have to think that Love's sitting at home watching the game, getting frustrated, throwing a fit. Yeah,
he's not supposed to be getting MVP chance.
Yeah.
Oh, Kevin, I hope he comes back healthy for real. This time in April, unfortunately, is where we're headed because he's out for about 10 more weeks. The surgery was successful. That's good. We'll take that. But now the wait begins, the good old waiting game, just like with everybody else on the roster. Shved has a tweaked ankle as well. We add that to the list. Cunningham was sick, didn't play tonight. Impressive win for a 9-man roster tonight.
Yeah.
Very, very impressive.
Yeah.
That was cool. Two of the guys, as I mentioned, their first game off of 10-day contracts, contributed pretty big time.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times that's happened ever in recent memory.
And we have to make room for both of them.
Yeah. I think they're okay. They're going to... I would not be surprised if they're signed for the remainder of the season because those guys ain't coming back anytime soon. A lot of the guys. Yeah. Cunningham will come back, obviously. Duh. Pekovic will too, but I don't know if that means we need to cut Johnson because if he keeps playing well, okay.
Yeah, I think right now we just cut Lou.
Yeah, because he can't play.
Yeah, and see what we can do with Cunningham if we can trade him or Johnson.
Look at you. Well, we probably can't trade Johnson, but just because not because he's so good, but mostly because nobody care unless it's a throw in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we just keep Johnson. See if he can do what Cunningham does.
Yeah, at least help. Yeah.
Yeah. If you can, just to be able to get rid of other guys on the team like me, Brea, Luke.
Yeah.
Without throwing in Williams.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about those guys a little later, much later in the show because I was not impressed at all tonight with those guys. I might add, and Brea's been pretty good this year for the most part, but
they should work with limited minutes.
Yeah, they should not get major playing time.
Hero ball.
The hero ball is pissing us off, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like they keep us in games and out of games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean my TV right now it's still intact. But I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, let's just you can probably guess where I'm leaning towards. Yes. So yes, Ricky Rubio. Speaking of him, showing signs of getting his speed back a little bit, but still can't shoot.
He shot a little better tonight.
Yeah,
it wasn't the best, but it was an improvement.
He's heading somewhere. He's heading in the right direction for the most part. Hoping for the best. The passings are okay, but again, we'll see. It's just one of those things, huh? So I guess let's try to dig into the Facebook here. Some good times, huh? Now I finally have a cover photo, but I guess it's about a year old. But it looks good, though.
Yeah.
Let's see. We're bouncing around all over the place. Man. There's all kinds of league news as well going on, like guys getting fired, but we'll talk about that later. Boy, yeah, there's some comments about the cover photo. Derek James of Howland T-Wolf, which is a very nice website, kind enough to post a link to Timberwolves Explosion on their page. Derek James is one of the columnists on there. He says, this has been my wallpaper for a year and a half, so that's proof that it's been a while, but he likes it. He says, yes, but not actually my actual wallpaper. He was just teasing me. Vince Germano saying, Rubio! Vince Germano of the Courtside podcast, totally tubular stuff. Jules Posterino saying, "Who is the odd one out?" Well, it's got to be. Well, so he's trying to say, is it Love or Williams? So he's got an open mind about. Could it be Love? No. Right now, I say it can't be, but who knows? I saw those eyes light up. I'm seeing a lot of.
Seeing them count out trading Love right now.
Possibility exists and persists. Yep, the forecaster called in sick last week, but it was nice to get the notice. That was good. You're like, Joey, where are you?
Oh, yeah, I'm glad to get that out of my system.
Yeah, a little flu bug there. I've been lucky, thank you, Lord. No, very lucky. Oh, man. Oh, apparently, here's another deal right here. Hank McCoy had something to say because he's also of the Courtside podcast. Apparently, his favorite team is the Memphis Grizzlies, according to him. There's a report that the Timberwolves turned down a trade offer for Rudy Gay, but to the belief it included Pekovic, and we're like, nah, man. So a Rudy Gay potential trade offer, according to Real GM and I believe papers in the Memphis area. Yeah, interesting stuff. Hank McCoy saying, "Wowzers." I'll stick with a Zebo and Gasol combination. You can keep a guy who gets his knickers in a knot about not having the franchise tag on him. Winning team, not winning player. When will these young guys figure it out? He said, Knicks, those are like your little basketball shorts. That's what that means. It's a funny term, but yeah, I kind of agree a little bit on that. A little bit that Rudy Gay isn't a winning player. I kind of do. Do you think he is?
No.
I don't think he's a winner either. So I kind of agree with that, actually. Zebo's been okay, and Gasol is probably the best player in that team.
Yeah.
Probably. He's really good.
Yeah.
He's the real Gasol. Okay, I'm sorry about that, Vince. Actually, he probably agreed with that about now.
Yeah.
Because he's actually...
Yeah.
So what do you
While
think?
Paul is launching threes for whatever reason.
What is that? Yeah, we were watching Miami, L.A. earlier.
And that was frustrating, yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know how anyone could watch a Lakers game right now. I mean, the frustration of seeing Gasol shooting threes,
And,
setting picks, and then going back to three-point line.
What is he doing? You know?
Yeah.
Is it the offense or is it really Gasol? I think it's kind of both, but it's mostly the offense, right? I better not even get Vince started on that one. He wants... If there's anybody in this planet that wants D'Antoni dead, it's Vince Germano. He wants him dead.
Yeah, when we were watching the Heat game, when we saw Gasol dunk,
Yeah.
we had to clap. Because
Yeah,
that's
it's like,
what he's supposed to do. Yeah.
It's like
I don't know, get that ball, dunk it.
It's like seeing Pekovic dunk. We're just like, yes! Yes! You know, like, I can't believe it. He actually dunked a basketball.
Close enough to the rim to do it.
Yeah. He's like, you're power forward centers and just
Yeah.
dunk the damn ball, please. Just please dunk it, please, you know.
Next play, shooting mid-range shots and going to three again.
Yeah.
That's frustrating.
What's going on? What is going on? Some of these guys don't make any sense to me.
And then that game, they decided to play the Twin Towers.
Twin Towers.
I think it was Reggie Miller who said that.
Reggie. Look at us stuck in
Twin Towers are usually together and down low.
Yeah, Duncan
It's all
Robinson.
way
right?
out of the three-point line, so it kind of really doesn't do much.
Yeah, he's like a twin. I don't know what would he be?
Different
he's
states.
he's out in the burbs. You know what he is. You know what Pau Gasol is? He's a what do they call those again? I'm like totally blanking. Water tower, right? You know what
we
they
had
call
Twin
those?
Towers here. One's in Minneapolis, one's in St. Paul.
Yeah, there you
makes
go.
no sense.
Look at the Twin City Towers over here. Yes, or the other one's just like the water tower. You know, he's a water tower out in the burbs.
Yeah.
The tallest building in the city because it's just out in the burbs over there with the short guys. Yes. Michael Gabel. This is like when I posted about how he's likely to sign with the Wolves. Vince Germano's like, why? Yeah, but apparently, I was like, they must be bored, but we need a guy who can play. We need somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point, it's not like we need a body because that's just not going to cut it with this team. How bad we are right now.
Yeah. I know, depleted. Yep. Depleted big
We need
time.
someone with some type of skill. We just can't pick up guys, who haven't been playing in the league for a couple of years,
Yeah, it's unbelievable, isn't it?
who aren't consistently playing.
Yeah. It's just, yeah. Oh, and real quick comment, too, is the Timberwolves page. Simply go into the search bar, type in Timberwolves Explosion, Minnesota Timberwolves, then you'll get there and click like. That's all you got to do to find it. But no, good thoughts there, good thoughts. And a few days ago, Rubio had more games played than field goals. More games played than field goals, 9-6. I said, in a word, yuck. Thoughts? Vince Germano's thoughts are, I don't have a problem with it. With a healthy T-Wolves roster, he should have more assists than points. Rubio is a pass first, second and third. A little thing about shooting in the fourth. That's about it, though, isn't it? He's kind of like Rondo when he was like getting started in that sense. He actually has a lot of similarities to Rondo that way. I remember last year when he was on his game, Rubio, he was kind of like Rondo early on when, Rondo wouldn't shoot much, but in those big moments he would shoot and make it. And it was like, all right. It gets the whole crowd up on their feet and the players ready to roll. He's got a little bit of that in him.
Yeah, what I liked about Ricky even more, that Ricky showed he's more of a leader sooner.
And now he really is, yeah. And he's not bumping refs and fighting with three-point specialists named Ray Allen.
Yeah.
Three-point legends, not specialists, until he got to Miami. But with his air ball the other night, a nice flat air ball there by Ray. Dan Joe May saying, "Oh well, he doesn't really shoot the ball much anyway. Like V said, pass first."
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we agree with you. We do. That's about where we are. It's just, I guess it just seemed kind of ugly because, field goal percentage in the 20s is like, ugh. And another bit where I mentioned the same thing that I talked about earlier about Darren Wolfson's possible, from an impeccable source of the Wolves are making progress on a big man. Tristan Mayer saying, J.J. Hickson, just a thought. So that's Tristan Mayer from the Rip City Bad Boys podcast. He's the Portland Trailblazers side of it. Bad Boys, of course, Detroit. Keelan King there. Yes. Yeah, he's in about J.J. Hickson. That would have been that'd be kind of nice. You got a guy like that, though. Just steal.
It'll never happen.
No, that's exactly. I was saying it'd be nice for us, maybe, but what do they want, Pekovic? You know.
I mean, a lot of this. I keep hearing a lot about that. Actually, J.J. Hickson.
Yeah, rumors and stuff.
But we have to remember our relationship with Portland.
Yeah,
it's horrible. You don't go to a guy that you hate and ask him, "Hey, can I borrow something?" You know.
Yeah, you talk about it's like
especially if you try to trade with them, they're gonna try to screw us over. Mm-hmm. We've already tried to screw them over recently.
Yeah, the whole Batum, Batman,
and Roy.
Yeah, basically they're pretty bitter about us.
Bitter they're not giving us Hickson. They'll probably hang the phone up.
Mm-hmm. They'd be like, "Oh, really? You want Hickson? Bye." You know. Well, Pekovic in love, please, and a first-round pick, and we'll give you Hickson, and we'll throw in, we'll give you Luke Babbitt back. There you go. Yeah. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, and a trade exception just to give you a little extra cash to fill in the trade. You know, just to match the salaries. Okay, I'm just bouncing around there. Sorry. Yes, sir. Well, I don't know if there's going to be any type of move, but you never know. It'd be kind of cool. I mentioned about a Timberwolves Explosion 92 will be recorded. I'm just mostly mentioning a thread because of a few comments here. Vince Germano saying, tell Marcus his Twitter was hacked. LOL. Uh-oh. A little hacking going on. Yeah, it's happened to me as well. He also said, looking forward to it, Joey, because I mentioned that we had to delay it to Saturday instead of Friday just because of schedules. And I don't know, it's just going to be too late in the night to record. It's one of those things. Vince's response about us actually signing Michael Gabel to the 10-day deal says, yikes. But I guess that's what Houston said tonight. They look, I know, one game wonder. We'll see how things go.
Yeah.
We'll see how things go. And Khan doesn't anticipate the trade happening anytime soon. Vince saying that hopefully he trades Cunningham for Darius Morris and Mike D'Antoni. That's a gold star right there.
That's if you want
that's a gold star.
Tank for a draft pick.
Huh?
That's if you want a tank for a draft pick.
That's about it, yeah. I think we have to, don't we? No, I'm kidding. I shouldn't say that, but maybe. Cunningham was in a rumored, in kind of trade rumors to the Lakers. He was really...
Lakers like him.
He would fit in fantastic with that team. I'm not kidding. He would be perfect for them, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Cunningham would be perfect for the Lakers.
Any trade will have to start off with Hill. But
yeah, we got to at least get Jordan
right now.
Yeah, and that kills any trades, which is really frustrating.
Yeah.
Bounce around a little bit more here. Hank McCoy with a couple of nice comments in here. Where is
Dwight?
Or Dwight? Yeah, the way he's playing.
That's it.
Yeah, we need Dwight now. No, they might actually trade him. Oh yeah, that was like a soul. Move up a little bit. He said another great show about our episode 91. He liked the Ford Escort comparison. Just add the Vinny G to the list, mate. You have about the nicknames. Need some more Aussie accent impersonations. LOL. Want to hear one from Marcus. He wants to hear an Aussie impersonation. Huh? What do you think?
Mine are horrible.
They're horrible. Come on, mate. Get on it. Get on it. Okay, sure. Okay, now it's going to kill me. Joey, your impersonations are horrible. Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry. Said I think your boys are in the same boat as mine, mate. Injuries, and just put it down to one of those seasons. I'm hoping for a coaching change. I've had enough of crap, Tony. Isn't that crazy? I mean, I think we were even talking about that the other day, where it's like, shoot, whatever. Maybe they should just pay 3 coaches because it's that bad. Like you fire Brown and crap Tony, and then you bring in Philip Jackson.
Yeah.
Philip, yes. You bring in that guy. They almost have to. He's the only guy that could walk in there and say, 2 or 3 weeks from now we'll be talking about the surge of the Lakers versus the Lakers, underachieving. the story would change dramatically, I think, if he did come back. Even at age 67, I think, yeah. Crap Tony.
Yeah, maybe Gasol would be worth having on your team by then.
At that point, yeah, he would
Right
be.
now, he's not. Even injured, he wasn't being utilized anyway. So he wasn't doing any better than what what's his name? The power forward
For the Lakers? Thinking about Jordan Hill?
No.
Trying to think. Power forward for the Lakers?
Jameson. Excuse me.
Oh,
Jameson.
that Anton. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez. Who? Wait. Let me see.
Yeah, exactly.
Anton Jameson. He's that expensive guy that got traded to the Cavs, and they basically were like, "We just blew it." You know?
Yeah. LeBron left, and they still kept him there for whatever reason.
Because he was basically untradeable at that point.
Yeah,
Cause
that's true.
What was he making? What was he making? Like 13 to 15 a year. He's, that guy was never that good, was he? Jameson in his best years was decent, not that good. Yeah, it's just one of those deals where you kind of trade for too many old guys, just because you want to win now, and it doesn't always work out.
Yeah,
That's the crappy part.
This, and
That's the
to all
crappy part.
Lakers fans out there, real quick question.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about what
What are you thinking about? What's that?
Robert Ory said about Dwight? And if you saw some of the games, Dwight was smiling on the bench.
Yeah,
It
that
took
was
me
messed
off.
up.
I'm not a huge Lakers fan, but just seeing that.
And we've been Laker fans this year just because we want him to, do better than this.
Yeah. And just seeing him laugh like that, like you're getting beat bad.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you joking around on the bench?
He's Wesley Johnsoning it, basically. I mean, the same wimpy smile, Wesley Johnson. Yeah, I mean, what were the exact comments? Because I kind of blanked on it, but he was basically just complaining about it, right?
Yeah, saying you
Basically.
can't do that.
Yeah, what is this? So, yes, we'd like some feedback. I'm sure I don't think he talked about it on the court side yet, but maybe if he did, I was listening, but I don't know if I missed it. But, yeah, it's just one of those things. That's got to be frustrating to see Dwight, underachieving to the level he has. He is, he's an annoying guy. Is there any doubt, Dwight? Question, he says, postseason pick 5 players you would target this offseason. Can be starters, role players, or whatever. 5 players we would target in the offseason. 5 guys and fries. No, I'm no, but 5 guys to look at. Yeah, that's a good question there, Vince. So a little bit of research involved with this one, but it's we came up with about 5 or more. Marcus has got a nice little list there. But, and we got the thing in front of us, too, just for fun. But for me, Tyreek Evans is a quick one for me, I think. Tyreek Evans. Who's one on your list?
Oh, Kevin Martin.
Kevin Martin, yeah, those would be 2 high-end possible shooting guards. I mean, these are, of course, guys we would target, not necessarily we're going to get all of them. These are just guys we would target if we were GMs of the team.
Yeah.
My second guy, Tony Allen. Absolutely, Tony Allen of the Memphis Grizzlies. Very good defender and can hit some big shots here and there as well. He would be an unbelievably good addition to the Timberwolves if they could somehow get him. Who's number 2 on your list?
Anthony Morrow.
Yes, yep. He's on my list as well. Number 5 down there. Yeah, shooting stud, huh? We'll talk about him.
Yes, we need a shooting guard.
Yeah,
In the worst way.
And a guy that can shoot, right? Basically,
Yeah,
a guy that
yeah.
can shoot. He's kind of a small forward, but still,
Yeah.
right? Another guy I have on the list. I know it's not going to happen, but at least got to try it.
Who?
J.J. Hickson. You're like, Joey, that's easy. Look at you.
Yeah.
What do you think of J.J. Hickson's a guy to be on my list, no doubt.
I would use him more as I'll use him as a power forward because, like I said before, Pekovic just destroyed him.
Yeah. He's not a center. He's too short.
Yeah. So
It works sometimes, but not all the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, depending on the matchup. My next guy is Darrell White. Right, excuse me.
Yeah, shooting stud, huh?
Yeah, we need shooters on this team.
Morrow and Wright, those guys were both on the Nets at one point, shooting studs. Yep, it's I think he's on both of our lists. This guy, Andre Blatch.
Yeah.
Blatch. All right, sounds like he's barfing or something. Yeah, that guy. He's a very talented guy. Kind of got JaVale McGee syndrome. He's got that Shaq the Fool a little bit to him, but he can. I don't know.
It's definitely better than what we have right now.
Yeah, he's a valuable piece. He's probably better than like the Amundsons, of course, and Steemsma. I think he could replace Steemsma in like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And to think Steemsma's still an upgrade over Darko, that's the sad part. That's pathetic. Yep.
Josh Smith.
Yeah, that's a high-end one, but yeah, I mean, it's about, like Vince said, target, not necessarily we get all of them.
Because I don't think
awesome.
that, we all love AK, but he's not a long-term solution.
Nope. Well, Smith would absolutely be that guy.
Even though Smith is better at power forward, we can still use him at small forward.
Mm-hmm. He's a piece. He would be a nice piece. One other guy, too, like could maybe be like a backup plan, Corey Brewer. I hate to say it, but Corey Brewer, because he's better now. He's just a better player now. I'm sure we wouldn't get him and all that stuff, but at least try, at least inquire about Corey Brewer. He's the defensive player that we are who we thought they were. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I mean, he fits in with the Nuggets like a glove, so they'd probably keep him, but he's all right. He's carved out a niche in this league, and he's kind of a Kirilenko for them, right? That's about it, right? Kind of a long, small forward.
Yeah.
Who could guard the people. So, yeah, that'd be like my 6th kind of throw-in guy. Do you have any more in there? It looks like you have about
Matt
6.
Barnes.
Yeah, veteran.
I like him.
Mm-hmm. You like Matt?
Yeah.
Vince hates him because of how he let him down last year in the LA Lakers, but kind of like Ramon Sessions did the same thing to them. Good player, but what the hell?
Yeah, confusing.
Yeah, he can play, but he didn't play well for the Lakers for some reason.
Completely disappeared.
Mm-hmm. Completely. Dwight's doing the same thing.
Yeah, he never showed up.
Nash is getting old very quickly. Very quickly. Look at us talking about the Lakers already.
He's in trouble.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Hank McCoy saying something very nice. So, is there anything else you want to add about that list there? But yeah, awesome question though, Vince. Got us thinking there. Hank McCoy jumping in. He also has a question, but we'll say this real quick. He says, "Just catching up on my Timberwolves explosion." It's like, thank you, Hank. Keep it up. We love you, and that's of course the Courtside Podcast. I'm always keeping up on that as well. It's awesome stuff. He says, just a random thought for you guys. Do you guys feel like the whole K-Love Timberwolves situation is eventually going to end in tears and Love bouncing to a bigger market? I'm all in with the Love and Rubio combination for the next 2 years, but I feel like Kevin Love needs another running partner to team with for the next 4 years. This might be the only way the franchise keeps Love around. I don't see the third star on the current roster. Can the Timberwolves attract a big free agent, or do they have enough assets to pull off a big trade? Thoughts? Right now, it's like, I'd say the odds of them pulling off a big trade are kind of low now just because of so many injuries. They have the potential assets to do something. Like, if you want to trade like Pekovic and Williams, I've got to think you could get something back for that. But do you want to trade Pekovic, though? I don't know. He's probably the biggest trading chip we got.
Yeah.
He's, in fact, he has to be. But you trade him away, who do you put at center? It's like, zip.
Yeah, it would have to be
Blatch. Sorry.
Yeah,
you'd have to really look and get somebody that can play.
Yeah.
You can at least hold down the fort, so to speak. Like Blatch. No, I don't know.
I'll start off with Love, of course.
Trading Love, you mean?
Yeah.
Ooh, look at you. Well, yeah, and a lot of people think he's going to wind up on the Lakers at some point. Kind of like Zach Parise. Everybody thought he was going to wind up on the Minnesota Wild at some point, and guess what? He did. Look at me talking hockey on the Wolves show here. But, yeah,
and again, back to the Blazers.
Yes, the Blazers.
I would do Love.
He likes.
I'll even do Love. Shved.
Whoa, you like that?
But listen.
Yep.
Love Shved for Aldridge, Matthews.
Huh?
And that the center that they drafted, who name I can't remember right now.
Look at you hater. Oh man, that's interesting thought. Aldridge though, I like his rebounding drives me nuts.
No,
he can play, but
cool.
Huh?
It's not cool. It's
thinking about. Oh, what am I talking about? Or no, I'm thinking about LaMarcus. Yeah, no, I'm not thinking. Oh, did you say Cole?
Yeah.
Or no, you knew. Well, no, I know you meant LaMarcus, but still, it's like I'm just thinking. Yeah, his rebounding never has been that great. He's like an 8 or 9 rebound a game guy, but his scoring's okay. He's kind of got some Chris Webber syndrome, doesn't he? Yeah, it's Myers Leonard, by the way, the center. And, he can play, but it seems like he's kind of vanished a little bit of late.
Yeah.
Because of JJ's emergence. And injury, sprained ankle to Myers Leonard.
Yeah, toss him in, then that's the deal. Give him a second round.
There's your center, yes. And then Tristan Mayer's like, are you guys nuts? No.
Yeah, they'll never do it.
Then again, maybe. Kevin Love's pretty good.
Yeah,
and
we'll
they
just
get
have to
Shved.
get a
Shved.
We'll just have to get a power forward.
Man, that Damian Lillard. Oh, I'm so jealous. And I love Rubio. I love you, Ricky Rubio, but damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's a draft pick that just, why can't we ever do that? Like the Johnny Flynn
we
thing.
could have.
God!
Just take a look at Curry.
Huh?
So we could have. Take a look at Curry.
Oh, but he's like the ankle man, though. Like
Oh, not this season.
we call, what's his name? Oh, no, he got hurt again. You didn't see that? It just came up. He said out indefinitely with ankle injury. Sorry about that, Pumpa. Yes, sir. Sorry about that, Pumpa. Out for the season.
Even Jennings.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Jennings.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. He had a 30-point game tonight. Yeah, he's okay. Turned the ball over only 5 times, but got made up with it a little bit with 3 steals. What the fudge duckers, man. That is insanity. Okay, sorry.
And we do not want Monte Ellis.
No, I could sell him on eBay. Could sell him on eBay. He's done. Oh, boy. So that would pretty much conclude the Facebook page. Thanks again, guys. Remember to go to the search bar, facebook.com. No, it's not facebook.com. Yeah, go to facebook.com, search for it in the search bar. I'm annoyed at them for not letting us have just Timberwolves Explosion at the end, but yeah, you have to search for it instead. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of jumbled nonsense, so I can't really read that off to you. But thank you to those that have recently joined. Pumpa recently joined. Reese Andrew Pedretti, hopefully I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Pumpa of the Basketball Show with V-Train. Yes, sir. Brent Veal, excuse me. Very cool guys indeed there. They've been getting some high-end guests on their show as well. Jeez, I'm getting jealous over here. Yes, getting jealous. So with that, I guess if there's nothing more with the Facebook, we're going to take us a quick break. Then we'll get to the game reviews and the things that we liked, disliked, and our weekly awards demerits. And after that, we will get to our league talk. Yes, sir. We'll be back right after this. Marcus, I think I just broke my finger clicking the mouse.
Clicking the mouse?
Yeah.
How long are you going to be out?
Supposed to be about 2 months.
Alright, I guess I can do the show by my...
Oh, another injury. Oh. Yeah, we're screwed. I guess Timberwolves Explosion's done for the next couple months here. We're going to need surgery. And we are back here on Timberwolves Explosion, episode number 92, which is a reminder for all NBA3 players out there, iPod and all that good stuff. You got the iTunes, and you got Double Twist and Stitcher for Android devices. You got to like that, and on the Windows phones, shucks, all you do is type in Timberwolves Explosion. That's it when you go to the little store. So Windows phones, yeah, cool. But, obviously they're all great, and unfortunately neither of us have a Windows phone, but whatever. It's more or less just ways to find the show, just knowing you can find it with any of those MP3 players, so it's good stuff. Howlin' T-Wolf is a wonderful website, as mentioned earlier. Yes, sir, thank you again for posting the link on the page for Timberwolves Explosion. Great articles on there all the time, always updated. I love it. So now we'll get to the game reviews once and for all. We're going to talk about some Timberwolves basketball. Yeah, it's been quite the struggle of late, until tonight. Yeah, right? Wasn't it good? So, yeah, it's been 2 weeks. We normally do one, but there was Marcus used a sick day. He used a personal day last weekend, unfortunately, with the flu. So we had to delay it till this week with the schedules and everything. So we're going to talk about the games very briefly the first week, because we'll only mention the we're only going to kind of mention how the Wolves did in those games, because very briefly, for the sake of time and all, and because we also, we did predictions on those games. The Atlanta Hawks game, we both predicted loss. We were correct there. We both predicted a loss against the Oklahoma City. Or no, we were incorrect with the Atlanta game, excuse me, because we both predicted a loss. And and the Wolves won 108-103. That was a pretty fun little game there. Post Kevin Love's broken hand news. It's actually a pretty fun little inspiration will win, kind of like tonight's game, but not as tonight's game was not as high scoring. That was a really good game by the Wolves, 108, 103, and as expected, we had the OKC this back-to-back nights lost. We were correct about that, so we are 1-2 this week because we predicted a victory on Friday the 11th. So it's Tuesday the 8th, Wednesday the 9th, and Friday the 11th. We expected a victory against the New Orleans Hornets, Pelicans, Swamp Dogs, whatever the hell you want to call them.
Everyone expected a victory.
Everyone. And we lost by 12. Yuck. So we were 1-2. Our prediction's not so hot so far. I'm at 500. Paladino's prediction 6-6. Marcus's forecast 5-7. Joey, I'm not a forecaster. Joey.
That's what I was thinking. I changed my name.
Oh, but this team is so unpredictable this year. What the heck? Like, really? We never got to predict like San Antonio or Dallas, or we probably would have picked losses, and they lost. Whatever. The Clipper game was a bummer, and the Houston game was a nice little win. But a pretty ugly little 5-game losing streak we finally ended tonight. I'm appreciative of that. Very briefly, we'll get to the San Antonio game, a 106-88 thrashing, as we have our little Texas two-step, as they like to call it every year. It's either San Antonio, Houston, or Houston, San Antonio, Houston and Dallas, or God knows what, Dallas and blah, blah, blah. You get the idea, but it's always a two-step. This was Sunday, the 13th of January. Yeah, whatever. This is one of those boring games. JJ Barea continuing his strong play, but did play a little hero ball, turn the ball over 5 times, and it wasn't that great. Pekovic, minimal playing time because of it's just one of those games where Wolves weren't playing well, and we were just kind of like, screw it, let's sit guys down. We were kind of doing a reverse Spurs a little bit. Rubio's playing time increased a little bit, not much going on. 0 of 6 from the floor. The struggling continues that he made 4 free throws. Greg Steamsma, there was a phenomenon in this game. Did Greg Steamsma actually break double figures in this game? Are you shocked? That's probably the only time you'll ever see it happen, huh?
Yeah.
Who? Derek Williams broke the 18-minute mark. Coach Terry Porter.
Yeah.
Isn't it beautiful?
Finally.
Isn't it beautiful? Nobody stood out in this game, and it was a classic Wolf Spurs bullcrap. Seeing Tony Parker just slice down the lane in the game. That's why it was 10 of 15 from the floor. This game wasn't even worth watching, but yeah, I watched it.
It wasn't.
But yeah, it's like watched it, but it wasn't worth it. It was boring.
Classic beat down.
Yep.
See what else is on TV.
Yeah, I am sick and tired of the Spurs. You know, and guys that like to act like they're smarter than everybody else, and I like Dan Barreiro, but sometimes he's like that a little bit on KFAN. And guys like Henry Lake and such, they're kind of like, the Spurs are boring. Well, you know what? Or they make fun of people for saying the Spurs are boring because look how their offense is way better now. Like, we're just not smart. We're not intelligent basketball fans. Yeah, their scoring's up, but it's the same a-holes. Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, and Manu Ginobili. I am sick of seeing those faces. And Greg Popovich. I'm sick of seeing their faces. I want them out of the league, like, tomorrow. Do you feel the same?
Well, it's Ginobili's flopping. That got to me.
Yeah.
And Tony Parker's.
And they're constantly hoisting up threes when they're up by 20, too. I think they're kind of, they're not annoyingly arrogant, but they're just arrogant. And they've always kind of been that way. They're not annoyingly arrogant like the Thunder last year, in Westbrook. But they're just arrogant. They play an arrogant style with that crap, constantly hoisting, like rubbing it in kind of, without really, doing dance moves and blowing out their pistols like Westbrook, who's like a teenage little punk. These guys are kind of old punks.
They couldn't miss.
Yeah, I hate the Spurs, and they're always like that. They're good and kind of annoying about it. I don't know. I've never liked them. They're basically what the Utah Jazz wish they were when they had Malone and Stockton. That annoying group that stuck together forever that stayed good. The next game was worse. Yeah, you think Dallas is not that good, and they're really not. They're not, but they were playing better at the time. They were kind of stepping up a little bit. Still have a horrible record, but a 103-98, like, yeah. Or excuse me, 113. I got to add 10 points to that one. 113-98 thrashing by the Spurs. Pekovic played very well. 20-12. Awesome game for him. Kind of like Kevin Love's third year in the league there. Beret had 21, so Mr. Hero Ball actually had a really good game against his former team. Huh? And this is when Rubio started to show signs like he's starting to get healthier, a little more spry. 6 assists in the game. Yes, starting to show a little bit of signs of something. What pisses me off is that Williams' minutes have gone up and the numbers have not. So I guess that's just he is who he is, huh?
Yeah.
We're starting to see signs of that, and that's what we saw earlier in the season. Remember when he was starting? The numbers were about the same as when he comes off the bench, like with minimal minutes. It's kind of annoying. 9-point game, but yeah, 4 of 10, 0 for 3 from 3-point range. Don't you love that?
Low turnovers. He had 2 blocks. But
That's the good part, yep.
yeah.
Mayo killed us with 8 of 11. Yeah, I love that. 9 assists in the game. 7 rebounds. You think we could use him? You think? See, he's a free agent, isn't he? So that's a guy I'd like. Or was it a 2-year deal? I can't remember. But
Player option.
Player option, yeah. That means he could be available then for more money. So that's a guy to look. That's a guy I would desperately like to have.
Yeah.
There was only 1 year in our Timberwolves history that you could safely say the Timberwolves have a good shooting guard, and that was Spreewell in 2003, 2004. The next year, it was like, what? Can we please escort him out of this town and never tell him to never show his face here again? $14 million of crap that fed his family. Okay, yeah.
It looks like this is the game that Shved hit his rookie wall, or
something. Yeah, I mean, yeah. What, really?
He is who he's always been.
Yeah, who we thought they were.
I think fans' expectations are pretty much leveling out here with Shved.
Yeah, he's a legit NBA player. We agree. Maybe he has some Manu Ginobili qualities, but he's not ready to be that guy just yet. Obviously, could he be someday? Maybe. Hopefully, yeah. I mean,
especially for this team,
that'd be wonderful. Then there is your shooting guard of the future. But right now, I'd rather have OJ Mayo.
Yeah.
Is it okay to say that? Is it okay, guys? Is it okay to say that? I don't know. That's just me. Berea, yeah, Mr. Hero Ball had a good game, but doesn't really matter.
Yeah, we all knew he was going to jack up shots against his former team.
He pissed me off tonight. Did I say that out loud? Yeah, he did. Yeah, we're getting there. We're going to have a more in-depth review of that one. The Clipper game. Well, the Clipper game. Yes, this was on TNT with Charles Barkley. Already our second TNT game against the team with both the best record they've ever had. Yeah, it has to be. And the best record in the league, pretty much. 17th of January, Thursday. Shaq and a Fool was in town and all that for the Laker game in the same building, which is kind of funny. Actually, no, this one was in Minnesota. Excuse me. Same. Well, they play in the same building, but yeah, all those guys were in LA to watch the Heat game. We kind of checked that out, but Jamal Crawford beating up on the team that he should have been on. Did only shoot. He is a gunner though. 17 attempts, made only 7 of them, but still managed to get 22 points. The son of a gun. But the Wolves starting lineup significantly different. Unfortunately, the injuries significantly evident again. Again, Marcus. Cutting out with 32 minutes, didn't play that well. I mean, the whole story of this game, the Wolves shot 36%. 36. 21% from three-point range. Shooting percentage, folks. Yeah, we'll be talking about that again soon. Luke Ridnour playing shooting guard for the first time in about a year. Ricky Rubio starting at point guard for the first time in about 10 months, 11 and a half, or 10 and a half. Started at point guard. Yes, 6 assists, 2 of 9. And Derek Williams started at power forward. And another kind of the same type. That's what pisses me off. He has the exact same numbers he got when he got 17 and a half minutes. Isn't that annoying? Berea, 2 of 10. Yeah, so much for hero ball. More like, give me the ball, I want to shoot it. But, yeah, I mean, the story of the game here with the Wolves, the Clippers, they're good, but they only scored 90 points. Yeah. Mr. Lob City, greatest offense ever. Whatever. You know what I mean? They only got 90 points. The Wolves did not capitalize on that at all.
No.
They look at the stat lines of. I mean, yeah, Ridnour had a good game, great, but 9 of 17 isn't. It's okay. You don't really want Ridnour shooting 17 shots in a game anyway if you expect to win against a potent offense. But to the point, 2 of 9 for Rubio, 1 of 8 for the injured thigh contusion. Yeah, Pekovic. I mean, it's just struggles for this team, the injuries. It's just an ongoing situation right now. It's 1 of 8 from the floor, as mentioned. Kirilenko, actually, was probably the best overall player in the game with a 7 of 12 performance, 15 points. But still not that great. He did get 4 steals, but the 3 turnovers. Kirilenko says, he'll miss layups. He'll drive you crazy with that nonsense sometimes. Shved, 2 of 7, also hurt his ankle in the game. It's just never ends. Cunningham, 2 of 9. Berea, 2 of 10. But Greg, the Steamza was 2 of 3 in a 14.5-minute performance. Yeah, whatever, right? Yeah, we shot like crap, and we just lost to a team with a better record that just last year we swept 4 games to 0.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, what the hell, really, Your buddy Racine native, you like to call him Racine, don't you? Yep.
Crime brother.
Yep. Started. He still exists. I don't even know if he still exists. Another guy who's probably the biggest urban legend of all this season. Who's this guy? Who is this guy right here?
Yeah, Grant Hill's first game.
Pretty much, right? He didn't score a point, but he played 18.5 minutes. Attempted 1 field goal. Yeah, it's about as exciting as he's been, isn't he? The funny part is, it's the worst part about this game, though? About how, obviously there's a reason why the numbers were down to 90. And yeah, the flop king, the flop prince, the flop king is Blake Griffin. The flop prince, or is it tornado flop, we'll call him, was hurt. Bruised right kneecap for Chris Paul. So, obviously that's part of the reason for the struggles for the Clippers, but still, man, we played like garbage. And talk about not taking advantage of a situation, like that. That's a big advantage right there. Willie Green, really? Yeah, Willie Green was Eric Bledsoe's good, but he's not that good. He got twice the turnovers for steals, only 2 points. He actually pretty much sucked in the game too.
Well, they have that Jamal Crawford option.
That's the problem. That's the missing piece for the Wolves. It's exactly the missing piece, wouldn't you say?
Who's the guy who should be on the Timberwolves right now?
Yeah, well, after about 3 or 4 attempts of it. 3, actually, yeah. We tried to say, or supposedly, tried to get him in free agency before last season, tried to trade for him, and then we gave up because, we don't want to take Derek Fisher back. And in the offseason again, did not get him. So it's like, strike 1, strike 2, strike 3, you're out of here, Here comes Jamal Crawford for the Clippers. He's having a very good season for a 31-9 club, and we're happy for him. Is it safe to say that? We're happy for you. Copyright Dan Barrero there. Let's just get off that game. Really, it's just... I'm still having nightmares about that one. Some nice shooting. Yeah, it's great. A similar score, 92-79 victory for the Timberwolves over a team that we need to beat if we have any hope of making the playoffs. And do those hopes feel strong right now? And no. It kind of sucks when your star player's out forever because he's just hurt. I can't hate him for it, but I can't like him either, I guess. Can't like the guy for being hurt either. Well, we won. Yeah, we won. We actually shot better than it looked. It's mostly because those godforsaken 3-point shots, 21%, 3 of 14. We shot 47% from the floor in this game, but it didn't feel like it at all. I guess a lot of it's because of Kirilenko. 8 of 11. Yeah.
It was putbacks.
He was excellent. 21 and 11 in this game. Seems like whenever Love is out, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say? And no Shved, no his buddy that gets lots of assists with him. Didn't do much. What a good game, though, for the starters. They really, I mean, you look at their plus-minus, it averaged about 17 in the plus factor for the Luke Ridnour, Rubios, and such. Steamsma started in the game.
And plus 20, just doesn't... 0 for 4. I mean...
Where's the plus 20 in this? Yeah, it's just magic.
Yeah.
He just happened to be doing well when he was in the game, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what I got. Yeah, that's
but
about
still,
it.
You would think, though, for 4, I guess the 2 blocks and the 5 rebounds made up for the missed shots.
I guess so. It helps a little bit. I mean, it helps a little bit. Yeah, the little baseline jumpers, you know, they got to put up. I mean, Rubio should have had probably like 12 assists in this game, but people missed layups and open jump shots. It's just, it's weak. We talked earlier about Gabali. Gabali? No, I can't even say his name anymore. Good luck to him. And Chris Johnson. We talked about them already, so we're going to not continue that. Lou Amundsen, great game, man. Great. Really. About 16 minutes, minus 15, and that's about the end of the stat line.
Yep.
Well, he did get 3 rebounds, but that's it.
Should be the end of him, too, on the Wolves team.
Yeah, Greg Johnson. He's a Chris Johnson, not Greg. I'm getting him mixed up with Steamsma now. I don't know how. Steamsma, or God almighty, Chris Johnson should be kept in the team.
Oh, yeah.
Over Lou.
Yes.
Hustle points my ass. Hustle points my ass. I mean, some guys, you know, there's a difference between hustle and just you can't play, man. You just can't play. You know? Is Lou Amundsen blocking, like, shots like crazy? Well, Chris Johnson did get one. What does Lou Amundsen really do for this team that deserves keeping him on the roster?
Doesn't nothing.
He can't play. And Greg's team's not really, he blocks shots. That's his special skill. That's it. I guess that's okay for a few minutes, but outside of that, you don't really count on much other than a tactical foul and a badly missed baseline shot, which I wish he'd just, like, stop even bothering with that. Yeah, he can't. But the story of the game, 2 stories of the game. First, Houston shot terribly. They just had an off night in general. They shot really poorly, like the Wolves did against the Clippers. I mean, look at Harden, 5 of 18. I mean, he missed a lot of easy shots. Lynn missed a lot of easy shots. Parson wasn't making his threes. Yeah. Nobody was making anything except this Greg Smith guy. Oh, Greggy. Patrick Beverly was they just left. Kevin McHale didn't take him out. 5 fouls, and then he added a tech after that. Good job. Yeah. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Patrick. We appreciate it. Isn't that beautiful? But really, the story of the game on the other side of the game, outside of Kurylenko playing well, can we briefly rant about Luke Ridnour and JJ Barea just a little bit? Let's rant. Would you like to start it?
Oh, you can go ahead.
Are you sure? What? Look at you running out of gas on me. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I guess
it's too frustrating.
It was too frustrating. Now, I could tell you're like, just start it first, Joey.
Yeah.
There was that. These guys need to pass the bleeping ball. Pass the ball. Pass the ball. Oh, my God. Like, all they do is dribble and shoot threes. That's all they do. And they're long 2-pointers.
When they do shoot it, it's 2 seconds left on the clock.
That's about it. They just stand there. And the ball never leaves their hand. That's the most frustrating part. Oh, my God. I want to kill him. I wanted to kill him tonight. Barea, pass the ball. You get guys cutting to the basket. What does he elect to do with a guy with a center on him that knows how to play defense? He starts hoisting up like fadeaways. You're 5'10", man. What is this? What is this crap? And then Luke Ridnour is constantly farting up threes and pull up jumpers like he always does. Yeah. His stat line doesn't look that bad. He had a 16-point game, but the 1 assist, very telling. Very telling. Horrible turnovers by several guys in this game, actually.
Fouls.
Mm-hmm. Bad fouls, man. Oh, my... Yes. Please comment on that. Because we've never really talked about it on this show, but he's been doing it all year, all the time. What does Luke Ridnour do all the time when a guy's driving to the basket?
He has to reach in and slap him.
He
calls a foul.
And it's always an and one, too.
Yeah.
It's always just a little boop. Oh, hey. I didn't foul him. Oh, come on. And he's always whining. Yeah, that's what he's always complaining about it. Stop putting your hand in the... Okay, excuse me. Yeah, there. I think I'm going to pop here. But yeah, stop putting your hand in on the guy at the last second when it's obviously a foul.
Just an and one, automatic.
And I'm not trying to be funny here. I'm not. I it's that bad. I'm not trying to be funny at all. It's not a last.
Every time. Last second, it just has to reach in.
Every time. Yeah, I need to calm down. Everybody's going to think, why is he ranting so much? Because Luke Ridnour needs to go back to the Seattle Sonics. Supersonics. I like to say that better. We'll talk about them shortly. We're still going to get to that here. Berea's hero ball. Yeah, great. We're happy for you. We didn't win because J.J. Barea or Luke Ridnour. We won because of Kirilenko. Gibaldi. Okay, I keep calling him Gibaldi. I'm just going to call him that for fun. And Chris Johnson, the Tennessee running back, did very well in this game. He ran like a running back. Yep, the MVP ran like a running back tonight, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
That guy can run the floor. And we already said that, but it's true. We got to throw it in again. Huh? Yep, and yeah, he was 4 of 4 officially from the floor. 7 of 8 from the free throw line was the Tennessee Titans running back trying to try out for the Wolves here tonight. Chris Johnson, 7 of 8. And I know I've said that too many times, but whatever. You know, go ahead, get mad at me. You know, life goes on. Okay, I'll calm down now. I'm gonna take some Tylenol, and we're gonna talk about the Wolves. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. We're gonna move into league talk. Yeah, without a break. We'll just get to it right now. No, we're not going to talk about the league just yet. So, briefly, 2 things that we liked, 2 things that bugged us. Yes. Would you like to start with the 2 things you liked?
The 2 new guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
The 2 things I disliked, Luke and Brea.
That simplifies it pretty quick, huh?
Yeah.
That was really good, man. That's good stuff. Yeah, 2 things I liked. Well, I guess I'll throw in, the impressive start for the new guys. Sorry to ride your coattails there, but also, well, for a while there was Pekovic, ultimately. We'll get to that later, though, with Pekovic. And, what am I saying? Okay, the 2 new guys, Pekovic. Yeah, that's about it. Pekovic early on, and overall, Andrei Kirilenko's strong play. It seems like he plays really well when Love is out, doesn't he? Great numbers again for Kirilenko all week. Definitely. On a team that just didn't play that hot at all, losing to the Hornets, and we already talked about that. 2 things that number 1 thing that bugged me was just poor shooting. I mean, some of these guys, there's no excuse. They could be better shooters than this. And, of course, yes, the horrible shot selection is beyond frustrating. It's not just the shooting percentage, it's the shot selection, and that leads to poor shooting percentage, doesn't it? Yeah. Can you believe it? So those are the 2 demerits. Forecasting foolery. Shacked a fool. Okay, I'm just kidding.
Well, basically, yeah.
Forecasting foolery, yes.
It was Rubio's missed layup.
Was that it? Yeah, that's about it, isn't it?
Yeah, completely missed the rim. Right underneath the basket. That was bad.
Oh, man, that was bad.
There's no excuse for that.
No, that was bad. It really was. And I'll forecast a foolery with that J.J. Barea fadeaway attempt with the guy on him when he had players cutting to the basket or open under the basket.
Yeah.
So that's my forecast and foolery. So, or Palladino's, I can't come up with a P word, and I should be able to, but I just can't right now. Persistent stupidity. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it is persistent stupidity by J.J. Barea because he just does not get it. He's a good player at times, and he can be clutch at times once in a while. There are times I swear he just doesn't get it. I don't know when he ever will. So we'll briefly move into some league talk. Yep, we haven't forgotten about you guys out there, the rest of the league. We know there's Laker fans listening to this show, the V-Trains, the Vince Germanos, the Tom Reeds and such. Yes, sir. Yeah, you got In All Airness. Yes, he's trying to join the sportstuff.com, by the way. Oh, yes, that'd be great to have him on board. Adam Ryan. So, sorry to break news when I shouldn't be necessarily, but yeah, we're talking to him. Okay. Dylan is anyway. I'm not in charge, by the way. Yeah. I'm like the number 2 or 3 guy. That's it. Lakers are playing a little better, but then they sucked against the Heat. Yeah, that was kind of frustrating to watch. Kobe's kind of doing a J.J. Barea.
Yeah.
Wasn't he, though? Way too much. Too many shots, man, in that game.
Way too much.
Way too many.
I mean, Kobe or not, D'Antoni should have pulled him out.
At some point, you got to kind of slow down here, Kobe. You're actually hurting your team by playing that way. He was kind of Iversoning it, too. I ain't passing nothing. The Heat lost a few games this week, too, that I just don't understand, but they beat the Lakers. We're happy for them. And I'm going to make a brief statement here real quick. Remember way back in the beginning of the year, we said we predicted the Lakers win the title in our little season prediction? I know it hurts, but how we can kind of change it mid-season just because. I mean, we'll say we were wrong on our initial prediction. We're going to add up to that. For me, it's definitely, I think ultimately, long-term, the best team in the league is the Miami Heat. It is. And I know you're probably like, Joey, please don't say that.
No, that's not the case.
You're going to get mad. No, I mean, you're free to comment about it. That's why we're on the air here. I think the Heat, they're not the best team, no. But pound for pound, I think they have the best overall chance of winning the championship, believe it or not, when they actually get it together. That's what I was trying to say. When they actually play with passion, they will be the best team in the league, but until that happens, they're not. There we go. There you go. Huh? That makes sense? And then you're like, no, they're not. Anything you want to feed off of that one?
Yeah, I think you're wrong, but...
You're like, no comment, Joey, no comment. But it isn't the Clippers either, right?
No.
But the Kings, apparently, I know this is old news, but we got to talk about it a little bit. The Kings probably moving to Seattle. Not completely a done deal yet. That being the Sacramento Kings, the Maloof brothers selling to a man that would move them to Seattle. It's not a completely closed deal yet, but if and when the Seattle Supersonics return, it'd be interesting. Yeah. I hated the logo, or not the logo, I hated the colors with the green and blue and red Sonics when they lost to the Bulls in the finals. I couldn't stand those uniforms. Like, talk about changing your identity way too much. And then they tried to bring it back with the kind of newer ones. They brought the green and gold. I like that a lot. But the uniforms did not do it for me at all. I want the old one, right? It's the early Gary Payton, Sean Kemp, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that better? He is nodding in approval, just so you guys know, for my narration. What do you think of that? It's old Sonics.
If the team goes back, I'm not so sure now.
What do you think's going to happen with that one?
I don't know. It's just, right now, the team's staying where they are. I mean, I don't know if the brothers want too much power.
That's the talk. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. Like, they still want to be basically in control of most of the decisions.
Yeah, it's complicating things a little bit. Why don't they just sell the team and move on? But, I mean, then again, maybe it'll help them stay in Seattle, Sacramento then. Please don't move them to Anaheim and not another L.A. team. Because Anaheim is L.A. It's like Bloomington's Minneapolis. It just is. It is, Anaheim is L.A. as much as they want to separate themselves from it, right?
In the whole situation, I mean, you're taking another franchise away from decent fans and just moving to another. So, yeah, Seattle fans should know how it feels already. Even though they're getting a team back. Yeah,
that's the fun part, but then it's like you kind of feel guilty about it.
Yeah.
Like, luckily, most of Minnesota teams were started originally. Like, we lost the North Stars, but we were able to start with an expansion. Minnesota Wild, I wish they were the North Stars again, but, the Vikings were an expansion team. The Twins were a team that moved from Washington, D.C., the original Washington Senators. So that's the one team we've taken from a market that lost the Washington Senators again to become the Texas Rangers. Can you believe that? I mean, they lost the team. They got a new team with the same name again and lost them again. And then they had to uproot the Montreal Expos to get the Washington Nationals, which I hate that name. But I don't hate it, but I don't like it as much as Senators. But, yeah. The Wolves, of course, new team after the Minneapolis Lakers, the Great Lakes ships, the big ships you see in Duluth, Minnesota, folks. and probably Chicago and Milwaukee and stuff, those big ships that drive around in the Great Lakes, that's a Laker. That's what a Laker is. Look it up. There's nothing to do with L.A. How about them ocean liners? Man, L.A. ocean liners. L.A. liners. Okay, sorry. I had to get that little nerdy fact out there. But everybody's wondering what the hell a Laker is. That's what a Laker is. It's a big ship. Funny, huh? And yeah, they're in L.A., but they're not Lakers. They'd be an ocean liner. It's a totally different name. Oh, how about them Sonics, huh? I hope they bring back the old logo, not the semi-old logo. Final topic in terms of league. You're one of your second or third team, whatever it is. The Milwaukee Bucks and Scott Skiles have parted ways. What do you think?
It's about time.
You don't like him?
No.
You don't like Scott Skiles at all? I just saw this look and you're like, it's about time, Joey.
I was wondering who they're going to pick up, and the Suns.
Yes, because that's the other one. Yep, it happened today. Mr. Elvin Gentry and the Suns part ways. Yeah. So similar situation there, where it's just kind of like, well, that's the end of that nonsense, I guess. Some people went as far as Keelan King on that Rip City Bad Boys are saying he's the worst coach in the league. He said that about a month or two ago. Elvin Gentry. Yeah, he thinks Elvin is the worst coach in the league. Also, Lou Williams out for the season, torn ACL. We can definitely relate to that. Unfortunately, with the Josh Howards and such, it's a shame. Lou Williams, I think he had like a really bad injury a while ago too. It was a broken wrist. Yeah, it was a while ago though. It just never ends, huh? Lots of firings and injuries, and this is not even a lockout year. Jiminy Christmas. Yeah, I'm seeing something about Durant went 21 of 21 on Friday. That's crazy. 52-point game, but against Dallas. Ugh. Yeah, they really pounded that team. To think of how badly we lost to them. Bull crap. So, yes, who's going to go to Phoenix? Who's going to go to Milwaukee? I guess we'll just have to find out. Brooklyn Nets also with Monsieur PJ Carlissimo. We'll see how that turns out as well.
Yeah, I think they'll stick with him.
You think they will?
Yeah.
He's a good coach as long as he doesn't scream too much. It's
get on
Darren
Williams' bad side, yeah.
Yeah, it's one or the other because he's always been a tough coach, and that's Spreewell's always been a jackass. So obviously that whole thing wasn't a good marriage over there in Golden State many years ago in the San Francisco area or no Oakland, Oakland. Yeah, that wasn't a happy marriage. But that was like a long time ago. I just had to bring it up. Yep, he's doing giving me the choke sign. Yeah, look at me bringing that up. Poor Carlissimo. He's always going to be tied with getting choked. I wouldn't want that, would you?
No.
So to kind of wrap things up, we're trying to hope for the best with the Wolves here. There's just so many injuries that it's like we're just kind of like playoffs. Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. It's kind of getting like that, isn't it? Oh, we won one game. Yeah. I hope we can make the playoffs, but it's going to be hard. But beating Houston, that's one way to do it. Keep it up. That's about it, huh? Luckily, Pekovic will be back fairly soon. I can't imagine Cunningham's going to be out for very long. Shved hopefully will be back soon, but I don't know what his threshold for pain is. With his facial expressions, I don't imagine it's very good. But hopefully I'm wrong, right? His facial expressions resemble that of a not a very tough person.
Not at all.
But the only guy that's really out for a considerable amount of time is, Kevin Love. That's a pretty big loss. Luckily, Rubio is around, though, because we've been kind of used to Rubio not being around with that doggone ACL and then the back spasms to follow. But, at least Rubio's back in the lineup. That's a reason to at least hope for the best. Guys like Karolinko, Cunningham, and such can definitely feed off of him. Derek Williams actually really can because, the alley-oops and all that. So we're hoping for the best. We should make a few predictions. We're getting off that topic. We got to make a couple of predictions here before we sign off. We almost forgot to do that, which is kind of funny. But do you blame us? Yeah, we've been off for a week that we shouldn't have been, so we're a little bit rusty. Yes. Okay, I'm just kidding. So we'll make a few brief predictions here. Well, it's Atlanta again. How ironic is that? Last show, our first prediction was Atlanta. So this time we're going to Atlanta on MLK Day. And by the way, happy Martin Luther King Day to everyone out there. And we'll give Martin Luther King a moment of silence. There you go. Thank you again, Dr. King. So at Atlanta on the 21st, Monday, I predict a loss, unfortunately, even though they actually are not playing well. But
no, they're not.
I don't know. Should I pick a loss? What do you think?
I say a win.
Last
time we won because Peck took care of Al Horford.
Oh, that's right. He did play well. The problem is he's not going to play this game, though.
Yeah.
He's out 7-10, so we're talking maybe Wizards game, Charlotte game. That's going to be an interesting back-to-back.
Yeah, I think we'll win that. I think we'll win this the Hawks game.
I hope so. Just for the sake of devil's advocate, I guess I'll say loss. But just for the sake of it, so we don't pick the same team all the time. Home game against Brooklyn.
That's a win.
That is a win. Yeah, I'm in on that. Yeah. The Brooklyn Nets are not playing that great, nor is Atlanta. This could be a nice little resurgent week for the Wolves, to be honest with you. You look at the schedule, it's not bad. Not bad at all until the 30th against Clippers. That's a ways ahead of us. Yeah. Then we head to Washington, D.C. That's yes, sir. On Friday the 25th. No, it was Wednesday 23rd for Brooklyn. I think I said that, but just in case I didn't. Friday the 25th at the Wizards. They're still the Wizards, even though they're trying to look like the Bullets. If Randy Whitman's the coach, I predict a win.
Yeah, win.
I hope Rick Adelman comes back this week, but I'm not holding my breath. You're like, I don't know about that.
Man, I still want Williams to get his minutes.
So you're predicting a 4-game win streak, aren't you?
Yep.
Yeah. I've got at least 2. I've got at least 3 of 4. We'll see. Maybe it'll be a 4-game win streak. So there's your positivity, guys. This could be a nice week. Should we pick we'll pick the Charlotte game just to be safe, because I don't know. Yeah, we'll probably record Saturday or Sunday, so we'll pick the Charlotte game as well. Yeah. I don't know about that one.
I'll say it's a win.
Do you? Yeah. Ooh, look at Mr. Positivity walking in here.
Yeah, you know.
Hey.
Hopefully by then we'll make a significant trade.
Yes, David Kahn. Please, Kahn, make a trade. Please. Okay. Charlotte, yeah, they kind of stink still. I mean, they have some talent on that team. I love Kemba Walker, but their record still is not that great. I guess, I'm going to go with you. Because, it's just for the feel-good deal here. Because we have been pretty negative. We got to be honest. I'll go with you on this. Look at you, though. 5-game win streak? Okay. Well, there you go. We're back to above 500 if that happens.
I think the only team we might have trouble with is Atlanta.
Yeah, they're supposed to be good. They've dropped all the way from 3rd to 6th, though. They had some ugly ones. They got beat by 40 this week against Chicago. 40. It's a bad loss. They lost to the Pistons as well. Okay, Pistons as well. Yeah, inside joke there for them. But, sorry, Keelan King. Okay, he's going to kill me. Oh, man. Yeah. Look at all this positivity. What the heck? But the schedule's, this is an easy schedule all of a sudden. Yeah. So let's hope for the best. And we'll predict the Clipper game next week. Stay away from that flu bug. So thanks again, guys, for listening. We hope you enjoyed it. We did. Absolutely. It's probably longer than normal because it's a 2-week hiatus. Yeah. More news, more games, so it's longer than normal. Apologize if it's like, it's too bloody long, mate. But we'll be back probably Saturday. I'm thinking Saturday or Sunday. That's what we're trying to shoot for at this point. Yeah. So Timberwolves Explosion on thesportstuff.com and on iTunes. Don't forget the phone line, 209-736-7877. 209-736-7877. The Twitter account is at Wolves Explosion, or what's yours?
Forecaster TE.
Yes, sir. At Forecaster TE. Yes. Both of the Twitters are one word, no underscore or any of that type of nonsense. It just is what it is. No line or anything. So yeah, thanks again for listening, and we shall be back sooner rather than